All right, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning.
Good morning.
It's afternoon. Hi.
Good afternoon.
All right, let's try it again. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
All right. So, welcome back to Social Studies. We're going to continue our class today, learning about what are we learning about?
Government.
Okay. Let's try this. I can compare and contrast the types of government. All right. Now, what are the three types of government? Raise your hand. Can I say it? Autocracy. Oligarchy. Autocracy, oligarchy. Democracy. Very good. All right.
I guess.
So, autocracy, democracy, and oligarchy. Now, what we're going to learn about today is one particular country. And this country is an oligarchy, okay? And I've shown you guys this picture before, yeah?
And the video.
And the video, okay?
A Chinese man, he trying to stop.
It's in China, right. So, what's this guy? Let's take a look at this. Oh, some of you cannot see the light here. Let's turn that off. What do you see in this picture here?
A man.
There's a road.
What do you say?
Okay, there's a road. What do you see? What are these things here?
What do you say we call it?
Tanks.
Tank. A man, he stand up in front of the tanks to stop them, like because he wants freedom for his country.
Okay, so you know quite a bit about this picture then.
Yeah.
All right. So what do we call that though? Whenever a man is trying to fight against his government
Protest.
for a what?
Protest.
Everybody say that. Protest.
Protest.
Very good. Protest. A protest is where if you don't like something about your
Say no to the
government,
government.
you can argue with your government. You can say, I don't like this, Obama. I don't like this, Mr. Representative. I don't like this, Mr. President. And you have here in the United States, you have the freedom to be able to say, I don't like my government. Okay? You have that freedom. But what we're going to learn about this man in China is that he did not have that freedom. Okay? He did not have the right to protest. So, but how we're going to learn about this is we're going to learn this. Everybody say negative contractions. Okay, everybody put your hands up real quick. I'm going to show you what a contraction is, okay? So, a contraction is whenever you take two different words,
Oh, like don't.
and you contract them. Let's try it again. And contract. One more time. And contract. You take two different words and you put them together. Here are three of the contractions. All right, so everybody say does not.
Does not.
Doesn't.
Doesn't.
Okay, was not.
Was not.
Wasn't.
Wasn't.
Could not.
Could not. Couldn't.
All right, good. So couldn't. So a lot of you might know these words. Some of us might be seeing this for the first time ever. But this is only something that we do in English. A lot of languages don't do this. A lot of languages do not have contractions. So you need to know that whenever I say the word couldn't, it means could not. Or wasn't, was not. Doesn't is what?
Does
Does
not.
not. Very good. So here's how we're going to practice this. Somebody, let's use an example right here. Will somebody please read this for me?
This man. Which one?
This man. Yeah, you want to read it? Go ahead.
This man does not.
Can you read it? Okay, this man does not live in America. Now then, what can we say? It says does not. Those are the two words we want to, what's that word? Contract. So how can we say does not? Doesn't. So we're going to rewrite the sentence where it says this man doesn't live in America. Okay? Now, you have three questions here, three options, three questions. And what I want you to do is to take the underlined word. When you write it, you just write it one time. You don't have to write it twice. All you have to do is say, this first one says, who wants to read this one? Come on, Sonny, read that. He does not have rights to vote. So how would you rewrite that? He doesn't have rights to vote. So, 1, 2, 3, on your bell ringer, go ahead and do that. 1, 2, and 3.
Just that.
Yep, just that.
Mr. Nash, so we're gonna do those sentences.
We're going to do what?
We're gonna do those sentences.
Just those three. 1, 2, and 3 for your bell ringer.
Thus we can just to write doesn't.
Does. So we're gonna do doesn't.
Right. Yeah, you don't write he does not have.
Only one.
have a right. You just write he doesn't.
Can you write
Only
just?
one or three?
For all three. For all three for your bell ringer today.
I was asking about that. Just weekend. The weekend just write he doesn't.
Yeah, no, don't just say he doesn't. Write out the full sentence. Because we're going to learn more about this man. We're going to learn more about this man. What's up? Can you get this one out? Let's use this one right here for just wait this one out. Oh, it's under there. I see. Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay. All right. So, ladies, how are we doing here? What's the contraction? Doesn't. You contract it. And right here's the contraction. Right here's it says does not. You look here. It says doesn't. So erase does not and write doesn't. Okay? Can you explain that to someone? Erase these two words and write the contraction. One word. Like this. Here where it says does not. The contraction is doesn't. Erase does not. Right. Doesn't. Right? How are we doing?
Give me my phone.
He's just you're just
Does not. So erase does not, could not, was not, and right doesn't.
He wasn't saying that.
He doesn't know he's in the camera.
Yeah, D-O-E-S.
You're in the camera.
In. There's an
Sí,
N.
oh, yeah, say
I want to show you a bunch of them on the next page.
yeah, and like gold and isn't aren't.
There you go. You've got a bunch of them. So this is extra practice. Some of us know, Noelia, some of us know these words really well. Some people who maybe this is the first time they've seen it. All right. Can you hear my voice clap once? Can you hear my voice clap twice? Okay, number one. What do we have here for number one? He, what? Noelia.
He does not. Do I have to say like that contraction?
Doesn't.
He what? What's the contraction? He doesn't have rights to vote.
Excuse me.
Okay.
She's more.
Number two. Hey guys. Hey, I understand that we've got friends in here, but remember, we got to focus up on our classwork here. Let's see. Somebody else. Yanyu. Can you tell me number two? Says he. Whoa. So go ahead. Click that for me. What? Okay, Yanyu, you got the answer? Huh? He.
La cámara.
Yo tengo puesto el para.
Okay, everybody say wasn't.
Wasn't.
All right. So he wasn't. Or, no. Okay. Number two. It says he. What's this? Could not. What's the right way to say could not? Couldn't. Right. Number two. He couldn't. He couldn't speak his mind. Speak his opinion. Now, number three. Number three, Milton. He wasn't. Okay.
Yo antes.
Okay, that's your bell ringer, ladies and gentlemen. Now then, here's what I need you to do. Huh? We already did number 3. We also did number 3. All right. If you can hear my voice, clap once. If you can hear my voice, clap twice. Okay. Now, what I need you to do now is put away, once you have your bell ringer written, put that away, and you got one piece of paper. Oh, yes, I do. You're right. Ali, can you go around and take those up for me? Give your bell ringers to Ali. Then get out one piece of paper, please. One piece of paper.
But we don't have it. I was smashed.
I don't care. All of my bell ringers are on my website.
Mr. Nash.
Yes.
Mr. Nash.
Let's go, guys. Get your bell ringers together. Bell ringers.
Sí, amigo. Thank you, amigo.
I can see.
He speaks Spanish.
He does see.
I don't hear it.
They are all on the website.
Smash. I don't hear it. What
The other countries
Bell ringers out, ladies and gentlemen.
Can I have a
Let's
blank
get
piece
them
of
taken
paper?
What? One of your?
Get your bell ringers passed out.
Yeah,
Passed
we
to
did.
Ali. You did? Okay.
Do you have like a blank piece of paper?
Let me show Mr. Nash.
All right.
Be careful,
Okay, so here we go. Now, on the next page, ladies and gentlemen, on the next page, this is your turn. Where you, gentlemen? Thank you. Thank you. All right. On the next page, on this page right here, write your name on it, please. Write your name on it. Now then, 1 through 7, it's the same thing. Just a little bit more practice, but hang on. Let's talk about this before we continue on. Let's talk about the man in the picture again. Now, what did we learn about from the last sentences? We said that this man, he what? He doesn't have what? The right to vote. So this man in the picture here, he doesn't have a right to vote. Number 2, he couldn't what? Speak his opinion. Okay. Number 3, he wasn't allowed to do what?
Vote.
Okay, vote or what's the protest? So here's the thing. If you live in a country where there's an oligarchy, you cannot protest, you cannot vote, you cannot say no to the government. In this picture right here, on this day, this picture was taken 27 years ago. 27 years ago. That's how old I am. I was a baby whenever I was born.
No,
this picture was taken. So
you were 7 years old.
This man was protesting his government, but it wasn't just him. There were thousands of people
But they are in the
all
back.
across the country that were protesting on the same day. And so the government, the oligarchy in China, they call up, they hear about these protests in Beijing and in other cities, and they call the military, okay? And the military goes out. The government says, Send them home. Stop this protest. That's not okay. We have the power. Show them that we have the power. So the military comes out. And one man is brave enough. Let me ask you, would you be brave enough to stand in front of a tank?
Yeah.
By yourself?
Yeah.
Some of us might be. Some of us might not be. I know for me, I wouldn't be brave enough to do that. I would run home.
I'm not gonna run home.
I probably would. I would run home.
No,
but
no.
This man was brave, and he stood up,
Go home.
and he said, "You know what? This is my opinion."
That's you.
He said, "This is my opinion," and he protested anyway. Now we're going to learn a little bit more about him. Will somebody please read? Now then, somebody please read this right here. Let's read these 7 and find out a little bit more information. Now, number 4, that's Mr. Nash's mistake. Number 4 is a repeated sentence. So we'll skip number 4, okay? Let's read number 1. Timase. Only this time, here's the thing. You can't. We're not going to write this. We're not going to write it right now. We're just going to say it. Whenever instead of saying "do not," what are we going to say?
Don't.
No, not don't.
Don't.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Don't. I bet. You're right. Instead of "do not," it's "don't." Okay. Instead of "cannot," it's "can." Good. So, Kimase, are you ready to change it on the fly when you're reading it? Okay. Go ahead. The people of China, they don't have rights in China, right? They don't have like a Bill of Rights like we have in the United States. The next one, Sian. Read it. You gotta read it loud. They're talking. You gotta read it loud. Instead of saying not, what do we say? Can't. What? Okay. In China, it is illegal to protest. Okay. The next one, number 3. Somebody else. Somebody else. Sing. The Chinese government doesn't like protests. No, they don't. We're going to skip number 4. Go to number 5. Ali.
You have to say don't.
No, many.
Many protesters wouldn't
When you're reading,
How do we say that? Would not. How do we contract those 2 words? Wouldn't. So many protesters wouldn't. No. Wouldn't survive. Very good. Okay. What's it mean to survive?
survive.
To stay what? To stay
alive.
alive. To survive means to stay alive.
I know that.
Now, a lot of people on this day, a lot of the Chinese people died this day. No, it's not good. The people, many of the Chinese people would not survive. Now, what does that mean? Who killed them?
Nobody.
The army. But who's responsible for the national security? The government. The oligarchy killed their own people. That would be like me. That would be like Douglas. That would be like me standing in front of the White House telling President Obama, I don't like this law. I don't like what you're doing. And he tells a soldier, go out there and kill him. He doesn't like me, kill him. Now, that's what happened in China. A lot of people died in China trying to protest. What do you think they were protesting? What did they want?
Have rights.
To have rights? What else do you think they wanted? What kind of government?
To have a safe government, to have a safe country.
Okay. And there were some other things too, but that's right. Democracy. That's what they wanted. So, number 6. Who wants to read this? No. How about Ahmed? You.
Read it.
Number 6.
Sí, pero hay que
This is the
ponerle
last
das, como si las ponerlo a das.
Okay, how would we say we're not? How would we say they were not? How would we make a contraction there? Weren't. Okay? The protesters weren't just in one city. Okay? Okay? That's a contraction. We say were not, that's weren't. Now then the last one. Okay, go ahead.
Mr. Nash.
Listen. Willn't? Did we say willn't? Won't. Everybody say won't.
Won't.
No, one more time. Won't. Okay, that means will not. All of these look the same. All of these look the same until you get to, we don't say willn't,
No, you
we say
say
won't.
Like
Won't.
I won't go to school tomorrow.
That's right. I won't go to school tomorrow either. Tomorrow is Saturday. Or if you say I won't do my homework,
Yeah.
you get a bad grade then, right? Or if you tell your mom, I won't clean my room, then you're going to get the pop out, right?
Yes.
All right. So go ahead and write these 7 down. All right? Write these 7 down, and this will be due at the end of class, okay? Get it? You already done? Make sure you get the contraction, not the will not. If you say will not, if you say the Chinese government will not say, you get that one wrong. You have to contract it, okay?
And Mr. Nash,
Finish the
number
race
4,
again.
we are not